And raw, big dog.
Run through the zone like Chris Paul. I'm somewhere. I'm out high like Carmelo with a next stop. You beat Rose with the free throws.
I made every shot. Using a cheat code. I'm saying, people. Rumbling up, killing code.
When I'm hurt, I'm
Shoot it up. Never just get
street
street
clothes.
clothes.
I'm on 40 like Rondo. More blocks than my combo. I'm
I'm
working
working
out.
out.
In the morning, my trainer name is Alonzo.
Alonzo Ball.
So, I don't care who plays. When I'm done playing 2K, them haters.
Hey, hey, hey. Put a little English on it. Put a little English on it.
Hello
That's cool.
and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports as we go back in the archives to Los Angeles, California in the early 70s. A game and a contest of East versus West. The two best teams in the league at the time. The Los Angeles Lakers, led by the legendary Wilt Chamberlain. The New York Knicks,
What is the way of
and
talent?
most notably the smooth playmaker,
Clyde Frazier
Kevin, you
and
look at
Jerry
these two
Lucas.
teams, an exciting rivalry. They faced off 3 times in the
And
finals.
Mr.
over
Jerry
the course of 4
Lucas.
seasons.
Jerry
That's right, the Lakers
Lucas.
coming out on top in 1972 with the Knicks victorious in 70 and 1973.
And guys, when you see a team that consistently is in the finals, you can develop a distinct distaste for one another. So it should be a great game to watch. I mean, two supremely talented teams, both highly motivated to come away with a W. Doesn't get any better than that.
Hey,
Let's
hey.
go over the starting lineups for the Lakers. The high-scoring backcourt of Jerry West and Gail Goodrich. Jim McMillan and Ellis
Shoot that.
are the forwards. And the big man in the middle, Wilt Chamberlain. And on the other side for the New York Knicks, going up against Chamberlain inside will be the 6'9" Jerry Lucas. Bill Bradley and Dave DeBush are the forwards. And in the backcourt, Dick Barnett and Walt Clyde Frazier.
Career Wilt Chamberlain, almost unbelievable the types of numbers and records that he set. I mean, you could just go on and on. You could fill up a whole book with his record.
Sure could. You got the 100-point game. How about the season? He averaged better than 50 points per game. He led the league in rebounding for 11 of his 14 seasons. And his imprint on this game will live on forever.
West kicks to Chamberlain. He's against Lucas. It's stolen by
fuck.
Bradley.
So now it's twice we've seen the offense collapse. That's back. Oh! I mean, he went reverse on it. Beautifully done.
Clark Words can't even do that one justice.
Just let the pictures tell the story, guys.
Here's West. With the shot. The effortless deep jumper from West.
Hey, hey, hey. Choo. That's like Steph Curry. That's like Steph Curry.
You get a chance to see that lightning quick release from West.
West against Frazier.
Kind of hard.
Barnett against Goodrich. Shot clock at 6.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, 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 hey.
McMillan against Bradley. Great touch by Bradley on the jumper.
Well, for a small forward, Bill Bradley, really an extremely skilled ball handler. He was a high school legend. He worked so hard on his game. It sure paid off for him. Became
Dude.
a real star for the Knicks.
Frazier against Ellis from 11 feet away.
Oh.
And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And you look at Clyde Frazier with the ball, guys, he was effortless on the court. Great hands, smooth, athletic, strong. A guy who just played with a real style out there in New York.
Now here's West.
Hey. Sorry for the nice run.
Here is Frazier. It's an 8-point differential.
No power Rangers. Get a fucking-
Ellis against DeBuscher.
Stay down.
Takes it right up. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Busher's got his second basket
Hey.
of the night.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
Yeah.
Lucas
Let's go.
guarded by Chamberlain. Barnett against Goodrich. 6 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. Bradley's got his second basket.
Right, you see the great passing. Man, that was a trademark for this Knicks offense. Constant motion, kind of an unspoken connection between the players. They really worked well as a unit.
When in doubt, punch it down.
Let's go.
Easy at 2 points as you can get.
Safe to say that's a pretty high percentage shot, guys.
Walt Clyde Frazier out of Southern Illinois, his small school
Yep.
background contrasted his big city image in New York. Fur coats, fancy cars. He was not only smooth on the court, but off the court as well. A style and swag all his own.
Here's McMillan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sherry West.
And you see how easily he got around his defender there on the drive. Just too strong for him.
Ellis against DeBuscher. Shoots from the elbow. Here is Frazier. Defended by West. A leaner. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Let's go.
And Clyde Frazier so smooth. They said, and I find this interesting. He barely
Dude.
sweated when he played.
Now, cool,
In
calm,
and out, in
under
and out.
control. That was Frazier. But he definitely worked hard. And who could
In and
ever
out, in and
forget
out.
his performance in Game 7 of the
Stay down,
1970 Finals against the Lakers? 36 points
No.
and 19 assists. Just legendary stuff for Clyde.
Hey, my bad.
Boy, that's a hard pass to make. You got to lead your team.
No.
Perfect.
Dude, no.
Was on the shot in 2
Come on,
free throws
Zebra.
for the contact right there.
Come on, Zebra.
Nice time to use that foul to stop the layup.
You know, if you can save just 1 point,
Zebra
that
called
foul
it,
was
so
the right
it's a
move.
foul.
You know, one of the interesting things about the Busher guys was he pitched for the White Sox for a while before deciding to focus on basketball.
Well, he's one of 12 players in history to play in both the NBA and Major League Baseball. So, not to mention, he was also the youngest player coach in NBA history at 24 years of age with the Pistons.
Goodrich backing down. McMillan gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. The Knicks lead by 6.
Yeah. Get him. Right there. Switch. No, stay. Stay. I'm coming up. Clean the key. Come on, Zebra.
5 on the clock. Gets it to
What?
go. Bradley's got his third.
Hey,
basket
hey,
of the
hey.
night. So it's the Lakers now. 8-point game. West dishes to Chamberlain. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one on Frazier.
And I'll tell you, the thing that makes Wilt Chamberlain unique, and when you compare him to today's stars, unlike a lot of players from back in the
Well, look,
era,
I can get
I
on the
think
weight
Wilt
thing.
would absolutely stand up physically to today's player.
Oh, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, you go back and think about his size, his measurements. I mean, even for a modern-day center, he's 7'1", over 300 pounds, rock solid build. Even before the training methods of today, dominant probably in any era.
No.
Now, here's Bradley.
No.
He's got
Fuck you.
6. Barnett against Goodrich.
No. Move. I'm gonna call him the screen.
Defended by West. A nice shot by Frazier. Frazier's got 6.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some hot.
All right, screw this. How do I turn on manual? Manual. What is this? Oh.
high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Well, the 71-72 Lakers not only won the title, they set a record that still stands today with 33 straight wins. That's a remarkable achievement, guys.
Monroe's checked in for the Knicks. Big D hauls it in.
And I think what Dave DeBusschere was really most known for was his competitive desire. Just so feisty as a defender, had the ability to score, and was definitely a good rebounder. But it was his sheer force of will that seemed to impact the game and really help out that New York franchise.
Well, going back to the Lakers, Clark, and that season that they had back in 71-72,
got 69 wins in the regular season.
The Golden State Warriors.
33-game winning streak.
15-16
I don't think
Golden
that
State
will
Warriors.
ever be duplicated.
2020 Warriors.
DeBusschere kicks to Bradley.
Hey.
And again, it's New York.
nice feed by Dave DeBusschere. I mean, he had such a high basketball IQ. It's hard to believe that at the ripe old age of 24, Dave was the Pistons player coach, the youngest head coach in NBA history.
Bro.
And, yeah, another turnover, and we've seen this a lot today. I mean, this team has not brought it. No focus, no energy. That's why they're getting blown out.
Frazier outside. Lucas inside. Guarded by Chamberlain. Lakers trailed by 11. Baylor backs in. Now Monroe defending. Gathers. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Lucas has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Over Goodrich.
No.
And there's the whistle. Foul
No,
hard on the
Zeke,
shot. He'll go to the line. Gail Goodrich picks one up.
You know, Willis Reed may get all the attention for his appearance in Game 7 of the 1970 Finals, but that game was all Walt Frazier. 36 points, 19 dimes, 5 steals. Remarkable. If it wasn't for Clyde, they don't beat the Lakers.
Here's West, and he finishes nicely on the layup. West has got 6 points.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's
Switch,
coming
switch,
way
switch.
too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Dude.
Shots good from DeBusschere. He's got 8.
You know, guys, we're really seeing them try to force the issue to get the ball inside.
And of course, at this point, the three-point line didn't exist, guys, so you really had to get the ball close to the basket.
Stolen by Monroe.
You know, Kevin, they've just continued to turn the ball over to give it away. They just can't afford to keep playing this way.
No, not if they're going to go back and win this game. I mean, taking care of the ball has to be priority number 1.
DeBusschere passes to Monroe. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Earl the Pearl Monroe, a good story there. He and Clyde Frazier, who eventually became teammates and won a championship together in New York, they were actually bitter rivals early in their careers. You know, Monroe, who was drafted by Baltimore, they'd go at it. He and Frazier would go at it every time they'd meet. But eventually they became teammates and friends and really a dynamic backcourt duo.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, Steve. You know, you think about it, competitors want to go at each other when they're in different uniforms, but they also enjoy playing with other good players. Frazier said, he's fire, speaking of Monroe, and I'm ice. They combined to win a title in 73.
Drains it from 7 feet out.
Earl the Pearl Monroe, an innovator, especially at the offensive end of the floor, and particularly with his ball handling. He was a guy who was so elusive, and he inspired a generation of young New Yorkers. The way he handled the ball through his legs, around the back, had a lot of fancy moves to his game, but there was always a plan, and he would go somewhere with the ball, and it was an incredible thing to watch.
Happy New Year.
Earl Monroe out of little Winston-Salem
We're gonna
State
change.
University, but he achieved instant stardom in the NBA, averaged over 24 points a game in his first season when he won the Rookie of the Year award.
Chamberlain backing down. Can they get it? And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And Monroe really a trailblazer stylistically for the game.
Yeah, he was a improvisational jazz artist, if you will. I mean, he had flow and creativity that we hadn't seen. The spins and the up and unders and all of the twirls and so forth. Made an immediate splash. He went on to 4 All-Star selections and was part of a title team with the Knicks in '73.
And Dave DeBusschere, a great player for the Knicks in his playing days, and once he retired, he eventually worked in the Knicks front office. In fact, one of the great pictures in NBA history is DeBusschere in his suit holding up the Patrick Ewing jersey after the 1985 draft when the Knicks won the lottery and got that pick and selected Ewing.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Oh, no, no,
And
no.
when you think about Dave DeBusschere, he really personified his hometown, the Motor City, Detroit.
Finally.
Tough,
Holy moly.
blue-collar guy. Won a high school state championship in Michigan. Later went on to attend the University of Detroit. Also played for the Pistons before finally landing with the Knicks and playing with that storied franchise.
Here is Lucas after the basket by the Lakers. 5 to shoot. Pass to Barnett. With the clock winding down. Rebound the Lakers.
Well, not a bad effort there.
He'll usually knock that one down.
Robinson backs down. Knocked away.
And they hand it over again.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand. You can't continue to give the ball away like this.
Lakers trailed by 18. Baylor once again going strong to the hoop. 1:15 left in the first. Now Monroe kicks to Lucas.
Right there.
Monroe with it. He has 7.
Stay in front of me. Stay in front of
He
me.
kicks it to DeBusschere. He's covered by McMillan. 6
Dude,
on the shot clock.
What?
Goodrich gets called for the reach. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Free throw good to Busher.
Oh, what a great marriage it was between DeBusschere and the city of New York. The Knicks had attempted to get him from Detroit for a long time, and after about 7 years, they finally got their man in 1968. Well, in 1971-72, Jerry Lucas led the Knicks in rebounding and field goal percentage, and he was second only to Frazier in scoring and assists. Such a vital part of that Knicks team.
Monroe against Baylor. The baseline J.
No.
Shot no good. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way.
And you know, you talk about Jerry Lucas, he's a guy that I'm very familiar with, having played at Ohio State and being part of that Buckeye basketball family. You know, he outscored Wilt Chamberlain in the '72 finals. I mean, 6'9" going up against a 7'1" giant, that's impressive. You know, for a guy of his size and strength, DeBusschere was a fantastic ball handler, even putting in some time at guard during his years with the Detroit Pistons.
Oh my God.
They are setting the tone here early with their work on the boards.
Yeah, only a moderate advantage here, a slight one, but as the game wears on, it's one they'll definitely look to build on.
Here's Monroe. No good on that last second attempt there. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Knicks lead by 20.
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they...
Hey. Hey. Let's go. Hey.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. The Lakers control the tip. Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. We've got Barnett.
Boom.
Read out there with Jackson.
Let's go, West.
Then there's
Let's go,
Frazier.
West.
And it's Bradley
Let's go,
in the
West.
3, the small forward.
Let's go, West.
Frazier dishes to Jackson. Chamberlain picks him up. Clock at 6. Reed kicks to Bradley. He gathers.
Yeah.
And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Okay.
Bradley's got 10 points. West passes to Chamberlain. Reed covering. Puts it up. Chamberlain with the basket.
Chamberlain, such an amazing score. 4th all-time in NBA history. But per game, he's right there at the top with Michael Jordan at over 30 a game.
Right side Jackson. Back to Frazier.
And this Knicks team of the early 70s was probably the best in franchise history. They brought home the organization's only 2 titles in both 1970 and 73.
He had almost a free run to the hoop that time, Kevin. I mean, that was too easy.
And that one shot by Chamberlain.
He's really taking the initiative to score the basketball inside now.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, before the introduction of the three-point line, having a great player who could score in the paint was such a huge advantage.
You were talking about the Knicks team. That's what they were,
Ooh.
right? A team.
No question about it, guys. I mean, a group remembered for their unselfishness, the intelligence with which they played. I mean, a very smart team, cohesive. Everybody understood and accepted their roles. They had great talent now. I mean, they had like 7 Hall of Famers, but the way they blended with one another so seamlessly, that's what made them special and well remembered.
Here's West. 8 points for him. Knocks it loose. Fellas with a screen on Frazier. West. Jerry West.
Let's go.
Way downtown.
And that shot there was from around modern three-point range.
But of course, the NBA three-point line wasn't introduced, Steve, until 1980.
Before then, you can see what a challenge it was to score inside. Defenses could just pack the paint, knowing they didn't have to recover out to that three-point line. But you've got to get the ball out of his hands, bring an extra defender, and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
And you saw Clyde Frazier there defensively, one of the all-time greats at the guard spot because of his size, quickness, and tenacity at the defensive end. He could guard almost any position on the perimeter. Now we'll see what happens here. You got to be aware that's your second foul. The question is, do you keep him on the floor or not?
Catching up on the changes for New York.
All right. Okay, this game, what are we doing this game? Hey, we do this game. I'm not trying to. If not, then I'll just not. Yeah, I have to do plasma.
Welcome everyone to sunny Los Angeles, California, back in the early 70s, as the NBA on 2K Sports relives this classic matchup between 2 championship teams. The balanced and savvy defensive-minded New York Knicks with Walt Clyde Frazier and the great Jerry Lucas. They'll face off against the Los Angeles Lakers and their devastating superstar tandem of Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West.
And this game is full of interesting matchups, but I'll be locked in with isolated camera on the battle inside between the Herculean Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, versus Ohio's own, the remarkably talented rebounder and shooter, Jerry Lucas.
Should be fun to watch, and of course the Knicks also have Willis Reed off the bench, another dominant big man in his own right.
Yeah, a deep New York team. We'll see if that plays a role. And then, of course, you have the matchup between Walt Frazier and Jerry West, the primary playmakers for their teams and both outstanding defenders. 2 great
Yes, sir.
head-to-head.
Yeah, and this one, it's one of those games that both teams would have had circled on the calendar. They need no pep speeches to get up for this one.
And now let's go over the starting lineups. For the Lakers, the high-scoring backcourt of Jerry West and Gail Goodrich. Jim McMillan and Ellis are the forwards. And the big man in the middle, Wilt Chamberlain. And on the other side for the New York Knicks, going up against Chamberlain inside will be the 6'9", Jerry Lucas. Bill Bradley and Dave DeBusch are the forwards. And in the backcourt,
Hey.
Dick Barnett and Walt Clyde Frazier.
And Wilt Chamberlain had his share of nicknames over the years. Wilt the Stilt being one of them. How about Goliath? He really didn't like that one very much. His favorite was actually the Big Dipper.
Goes up. A strong finish under heavy pressure.
He was under heavy pressure. Look. Bro, this guy. Really? You call that heavy pressure? I call it guys just sitting up and the other guy just shoots right over him. Really? The other guy did all he could. The other guy did all he could.
All over. And you look at Clyde Frazier with the ball, guys, he was effortless on the court. Great hands, smooth, athletic, strong, and a guy who just played with a real style out there in New York.
Nice move. Chamberlain with the basket.
And you know, they called him the Big Dipper, Steve, Wilt Chamberlain. That nickname actually came from his friends back during his school days. I mean, they always saw him dipping his head when he went through doorways. For your information, doorways typically are only about 6'8". I've got to duck through some of them. And that's how he got the name Big Dipper. Dipping beneath door frames.
Just 5 to shoot.
No.
Shot by Frazier, no good.
No good
And the Lakers
game.
have possession. No, good D. Good D. This guy thought he was gonna get me. Shut up. Nope. What was it? Nope. No. Hey. Rest outside. Lifts up. Goes up.
Woo!
Up and in on the...
Oh my god. Oh, look at this.
West has got his second basket of the night.
And 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
Pass to Bradley.
Oh,
West gets called for the reach. That's his first foul.
Bill Bradley was a Rhodes Scholar.
Okay,
at
Zebra
Princeton,
called it.
Also the
What the
College
fuck?
Player
I
of the
like
Year
this
in
one.
1965, and he spent his entire 10-year career with the Knicks.
And Bill Bradley, you know, was an all-star back in '73, Steve, just to kind of pick up on what you were talking about. He was a gold medalist in '64. And, of course, outside of basketball, a 3-term senator from New Jersey.
Now here's Goodrich. Here's West.
Oh, what the heck? Oh my god. What? Oh my. Oh my gosh. Let's see that again, bro. He fell down and still made the shot. He fell down and still made the shot. He fell down and still made the shot. Bruh. And one. Count a zebra. And one zebra. And one. He still made the shot.